Hello. Welcome. We're doing our second day of Final Fantasy. Our run through of Final Fantasy. And we're just gonna jump right in because I might end up having a little bit shorter stream than I planned. I got called into work early. I gotta be there by 6:30 a.m. So I don't really know if I can do it on 4 hours of sleep. Um. So yeah, yesterday, we started our brand new character. We got our UI set up. Um, we ran through and cleared out a lot of the quests in Limsa Laminza. Um, and now we're starting out in our first outside of the city zone um, at Summerford Farms. Um, I do have my level 10 Arcanist quest that I'll be doing as well. Um, so yeah, let's see how it goes. Ah, you must be the adventurer Badarin promised to send along. Tinkio, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I am Stalvern, the old bastard, as Badarin likely described me, and this here is my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merylvib's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers work in the fields seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train 'em have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. We'll take some money. Alright, so our first quest. Stalevern, owner of Summerford Farms, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for the tasks he has in mind. How's my equipment? Not good, Lois. I have a mind to set you to task, but before I do, I need to make sure you're properly knitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be that the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. I need to equip the head, body, hands, legs, and feet slots with gear item of level 5 or greater, and then speak with Stalevern. Apparently, my stuff is level 5 or higher. Nice. Oh ho, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I'd say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. Ooh, a new book. Let's take the new book. Ah, that aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since last we met. I hope I've read you all right, for I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Well, I hope so. Stalvern, the owner of Summerford Farms, has a task for a competent adventurer. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Lominsa, as if plucked from the face of Hydaelyn, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure tattooed faces has been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on my yeoman. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're kidnappers of the rumors, come for their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and their work's suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get 'em to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Nod, nod. Good lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner the place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful, though. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, all right? Quest accepted. Interacting has been added to the menu there. What else have we got? This is Beardrag. Beardrag's Lanashan oranges are ripe and ready for picking. Bah, I can't even rely on those rotten pirates to pick these ripe oranges. Even if I leave them a day longer, they'll fall from the boughs. Mayhap you can grab a few for me? You're not afraid of a pesky hornet or two, are you? Okay, so we'll go collect some oranges. Think I can handle that. What do we got over here? From Green Weta. She seeks a courageous pioneers who can tame the wilderness for Summerford Farms. Summerford Farms bears the charge of the Admiral's settlement initiative. We're rewarded handsomely to brave new frontiers. Yet, if we fail to fulfill our part of the bargain, the grant will be withdrawn. In spite of this, the washed-up pirates elect to laze their days away. There's still time. We need only clear away the rocks and debris of the area to be deemed settled. If you're willing to help, you'll find a shovel outside that hut on the hillside. Okay, so go and get a shovel. Alright. So we're off to pick some oranges and clear some debris and investigate a grotto. And then I also have to slay roselings and wild jackals. Alright, remove the rocks. Alright, we picked up all the debris. There's the rock. We got one more rock. All right. We cleared the way. Now we'll pick some oranges. So I just want to point out how short I am. And supposedly I was picking them from up in the branches. Just in case there's any question about how likely it is that I'm going to be able to reach these oranges. There's one. I can reach one orange. Hop. Hop. I can reach no oranges. I'd have to climb this tree. All right. I've collected the oranges. Now we're going to head on to the grotto here. We'll double check this grotto, which is underneath the mountain here. Hey, look, I need these. These are bogeys. And they're at 12 o'clock. We're interacting. I'm about to enter an instant battle. Instant battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Welcome back from the ads. Thank you for sticking those out. Those ads, by the way, really do help a lot. They help me get new games, and they help me do giveaways and things like that. Everything that gets donated goes right back into the stream. So I appreciate you just, sticking around, grabbing a drink, and coming back.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
All right. Fighting this bad guy. It's a frenzied mossback. Oh, and we got some little bogeys. Better kill those guys too. Oh my gosh, there's more. Oh, good. Victory.
Phew.
I wonder what that is. Some sort of floating crystal. I'm just gonna hold my hands out and grab it here.
Hear, feel, think.
What in the world is going on here?
Crystal bearer.
Huh?
I am Heidelin, all made one.
Okay.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
How do I do that again?
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Okay. Whoa.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Can you imagine how disorienting that would be?
Awake again, are we? Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether?
Sure.
I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations.
Has it? Really?
I must continue my investigation.
Okay.
In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear.
So are you gonna
Our
tell me?
paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on? No? Oh, okay. I guess I'll just, carry on then. Okay. Since of course it's in the other zone, isn't it? Yes, it is. Alright, I gotta go to Swift Perch. For my Arcanist quest. So let's just take a detour since we're already out and away from Summerford Farms. We're just gonna detour to do that. And I know it's gonna send us back in that direction at some point. But I don't really care. We're gonna do it anyway. We're going on an adventure. Because I'm an adventurer and that's what we do. So I just have to say that the music in this game is absolutely phenomenal. I love all of the music in this game. Hey, a wild jackal. I wonder if it has a quest thing. Oh, good. That counted. Maybe I don't have to go all the way. I do have to kill the roselings, though, and I think the roselings are only found in the next zone. Okay, all of our wild jackals are done. Now we're going to move on to our thingies, the roselings. Oops. Let's not go to the wrong zone. That would not be good. I tend to do that. I get lost. Y'all know that. But it's alright. I find my way eventually. I got mapping the realm. Look at that. I don't want to kill that one though. That one's a little bit high in the leveling department. This one though. And for those just joining, this is my second playthrough the entire main story quest. I've done a couple of the expansions a couple of times because I have an alt problem, not gonna lie. But this is the first time I'm going back through from the very beginning and playing everything from character creation on. So I already know how to play Summoner and Scholar. So the classes aren't new to me, but we're just going through, again, for fun. I want to see what I noticed this playthrough that I didn't notice the first time that I played the main story quest, and then I didn't start when I first went through the game. I didn't start in Limbs of Lemons. I started in Gridania, so this whole first portion is brand new. I haven't done any of this stuff before. Which is pretty neat. You know what? I'm actually going to teleport. I'm going to return to Limsa to turn in my Arcanist quest. And then I'll just teleport to Summerford Farms because I think that would be faster than trying to do what I was just trying to do. All right, and now we're at Lady Thigrinds. I can't say her name to save my life. Thu Beergeim. Welcome back, Tinkyo. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let us ride that wave of triumph onto an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Force Seeker Clea on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima. Pray, do not tarry, Tinkyo. Clea awaits you on the floor below with further details. So, like, all the names in Gridania I could pronounce. Just throwing that out there. Don't even get me started on Dawn Trail. I'm just saying. A timely appearance, as I expected. Shall we proceed directly to the job at hand? I have been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Boylstocks family. Our agents suspect these beastmen merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I have calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I have prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift in hostilities, but there is an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those selfsame strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1345, otherwise known as Stratagem Focus Fire. You and your carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe, and one by one the enemy will wither under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cookpot in Middle Lenosha. I will depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. Okay. Okay, deliver report to the lady, deliver the oranges, and deliver the knife. All to Summerford Farms. Let's go. I've been playing for a very long time, so I get all the perks of like 1.5 million Aetheryte tickets and stuff like that. Gutsu. I love it. Guts, you made my day just now. You've certainly proven you are not one to let obstacles stand in your path. If only these supposedly pioneering pirates are half as industrious as you. Expanding borders is all well and good, but the Admiral ought to know rugged frontiers can't be settled by layabouts. Alright, well, we completed her quest. Now we shall venture forth. Right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I figured I'd send you to your death. If you were in the middle of all that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risked your life for naught. Yeah, it sure did, actually. Have this knife. What? I got mail. I got more mail, y'all. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and sent a maddened gobu on you. These pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. Huh, you met someone else in the grotto? A woman with a strange contraption? Ah, Y'shtola. She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while now. Her studies of the ether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You can have my word on that. Where trust should be lacking is those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate pasts. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. Yeah, okay, let's stock up on this ether, how about? Got some eye drops in case I get blinded. Or, you know, for the occasional seasonal allergies. I have 10? I have 10 letters? What? Oh, okay. Stelwern is up in arms, as his hired hands are nowhere to be found. That sea sloth Severin and his lot never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting the things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Stelvern would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Okay. Hey, dude, here's your oranges. Look at those luscious oranges brimming with nectar. They could drop any second. I got 3 of them. I could only reach 3. Sorry. Ah, ripe to perfection. How sweet it is. If that lackadaisical lot of retired pirates comes down with scurvy, it'd serve them right. It just goes to show you can't teach an old sea dog new tricks. You'd think the Admiral would know that. I get 10 orange juices. Out of 3 little oranges? Are you kidding me? Verdrag seeks to restore equilibrium by having the local fauna culled. Lanashan orange nectar is sweet, but rest assured it's paid for in sweat. We have to pollinate each orange by hand because of the blasted pucks that prey on nearby bees. If we could only eradicate some 5 puck hatchlings, it would save us from having to do nature's work. Okay, I just gotta go and slay some beasts. 5 of them. Hey, look. Hey, yo. Work? Ha! Can't work when my hands are full lifting this mug. You know, I'd wager me last gill you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Swill wine. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing Stalwyn's chores if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. Okay, it must be, like, literally up. Hey, look, a delivery moogle. Let's see what I got in my bags. Look what we have here. 10 new letters have arrived just for you, Capo. What have I got? Oh, a whistle. It's all my mounts, I betcha. My flying umbrella. My motorcycle. My aquamarine carbuncle. I should ride around on that. My Papa Pasaya. Papaya. 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 Chocobo carriage. That one's handy. My fatter cat. I think that's probably my favorite one to ride on, but to be honest. My lunar whale, that one's handy for like treasure groups. Treasure dungeons. My kingly peacock. That's kind of a cool mount. It has an action where you can splay out the feathers in the back, so it's pretty cool. And then I have the umbrella and the parasol, because why not? Just evidence that I've spent way too much money on this game. In my defense, I've waited until each of these things was on sale. All right. I'm gonna sell some stuff here. Let's sell all my little elegant pieces for sure. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. Thank you for sticking around. That will go up. Nope, it says it's down. Well, where in... Yo. Why you sitting in the grass like that? How am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess at what I had for breakfast. Breaded sticks. What? Gods, how'd you know? Is it my breath? It's my breath, ain't it? Probably smells as wooden as the food tasted. But I know why you're here. I'd just as soon get some real food in me, but I ain't one to reject a summons from the captain. Are you even kidding me? Okay, invisible wall. That's fine. I'll just, walk around. Being all lazy anyway. Let's see here. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stubs. You know what I did in my sailing days? Wonton slaughter? You bet your beard I did, lad. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. Oh, I have to slay some puck hatchlings. That's why I have a thing there. I have to slay 5, I think it said. 5? Yeah, 5. Alright, that should be 5. Nope. Those were not Pudge. Those were not puck hatchlings. Those were pugils. I don't know why I'm in the water. I wonder if it's someone on the bridge, maybe? Oh, nope. The puck hatchlings are the little flying things. I don't know why I thought that was what those were. I killed them really well, though. So, Selvern sent you. And what do you reckon I say to that? Damn right. Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified gardeners, but I suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. Alright. It looks like I got one more slacking yeoman to talk to. Or 2. No, 1. Ah, there we go. Severin. Aye, I'm Severin. You the old man's errand boy now? Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride out on it. Okay. These are the little pucks. There we go. Much better. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're gonna meet our friend up here for our Arcanist quest. I like that these don't pull the entire pack. Excellent. All right. I am Foreseer Klaya of Melvin's Gate. You are to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty, sneaky peekers. Gobby spit uplander nosy eyes on stabby iron. Uh-oh. A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Tinkio. Remember what we discussed. All right. We're doing single combat here. Hey, Emmy. How you doing, my friend? Welcome in. I was telling people yesterday. It's been a long week. Yes, I hear you. It's definitely been a long week. I was telling people yesterday that I lost all my save data in Final Fantasy. I didn't really lose my save data. I just decided to restart the main story quest for fun, because why not? Yeah. Ta-da! Level up. Yeah, no, it's been super fun. I started over, or I'm starting a new campaign rather, because I kind of want to hit the reset button, and this is a game that I really enjoy playing. It's one that I can play with people or by myself, which is also a perk. But also, like, when I first started playing this game, I really rushed through everything because I was trying to catch up to my friends to be able to play with them. So there's a lot that I probably missed just because I was rushing through it. So I'm kind of taking my time and reading all the quest text and doing all the side quests as I go. And just gonna have some fun with it. It's gonna take a while to finish, I think, but that's all right. Nicely done. Adaptation, improvisation. I might have been observing our beloved guildmaster himself in action. Yeah, I thought it was totally valid too. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it is necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing to your strengths or shoring up your weaknesses? How about covering my weaknesses? Oh ho! Again you respond as the guildmaster once did. I must revise the probability for your potential to attain greatness to 97%. You are one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, your calculations must include an accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, the limits of your allies, and the characteristics of your enemies. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make your report to Mistress Thyburn. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say this lady's name to save my life. Until next we meet. I shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Okay, well, have fun with that. Hey, what's up? Claire. Good to see you, my friend. Claire, you do Final Fantasy XIV, right? You play a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, if I recall. You're working on your mentor, if I heard right. Or did you get it? Back from the field, Tinkyo. Clea contacted me with a summary of events. It seems you were treated to a lecture on knowing thyself. That particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to intermediate practitioners. Got full mentor now, congratulations. That's super awesome. I started over, I'm doing the main story quests through for my second time. Because I know I missed stuff the first time, and because I just wanted to hit reset, and this is my favorite game, so I figured I'd play it. There might be some times when I open it up for roulettes and dungeons and stuff coming up, so if you're ever interested, just let me know. We could play, it'd be awesome. Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it is difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident that you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies and maintain the razor edge of your mind. One last thing, Tinkyo. Considering the dedication you have shown towards your discipline, I have decided to permit you to leave to explore the teachings offered by other guilds. I would suggest, however, that you first master the science of Arcanima. The strategic training you receive here will serve you well no matter the path you eventually choose to walk. Return to me when your reason tells you the time is right. Okay, I'm just with my boyfriend at the moment. Yeah, no problem. It's not gonna be for a while. I haven't unlocked any dungeons on this character yet. I just hit level 12. What should I pick? I have a dapper hat already. I don't think I have any gloves, so to speak. Well, let's item compare. My Lalafell top boots. I don't have any gear on. Except my hat. Alright, well, I guess I'll start with the chest piece. The armory is unlocked. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. Well, okay. Alright, I don't see anything for Scholar yet, so we'll just hang out. We'll just hang out doing what we're doing. Let me just put on recommended gear really quick. Let me add my gear set too. That might be helpful, right? Should we make a portrait? Let's do a portrait really quick too. Edit. Let's do the pose first. Let's do... I don't have a lot of emotes yet. I could do thumbs up. Thumbs up's really good. Just zoom in some. Get a nice little look at my handsome mug here. That's probably good. Look at the camera. Face the camera. Let's tilt you just slightly. There we go. Design. How about we go with the comic book one? Because that one makes me happy sometimes. Most of the time. Like always. It always makes me happy. There we go. Now I have a portrait. Should probably import it to my adventure plate, which I haven't made either. Let's plate design. Let's do adventure. Ooh, fancy. Let's do fancy. All these are fancy. I don't want cafe. Circular geometry is good. Let's do that one for now. Do I have... Oh, I do. Privacy settings. Everyone can see it. Okay, now I can go to the portraits and I can say export. Apply to adventure plate. Yes. There we go. Now my adventure plate should look cool. Yep, there we go. Haha, just the best. I should probably edit the profile. Play styles. Main scenario, because that's what I'm doing. Dungeons. Duty roulettes is good. Let's do casual, because I'm just being casual. Let's do glamour and group pose. Do I want group pose? No, I'll do housing. And then I'm going to be playing from 9 p.m. to approximately 1 a.m. every day. Even on the weekends. There we go. Ta-da! All done. Let's go back to Summerford Farms. Because that's where we're headed right now. I'm so glad you guys came in to watch, though. Like, seriously, thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot. The buzz on the wind tells me you've done the deed. The only pests plaguing my orchard are those woeful whelps out of water. If only you could rid me of the parasitic pirates as you did the pesky pucks. I'm just collecting ether. Oh, I get both this time. That's nice. You continue to impress, lad. All but Severin are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he squirmed out. I've let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. Next main story quest. Wah, ah, ah. We're going to have ads in about 2.5 minutes or so. So just keep that in mind. Grab a drink. Come back. Speaking of grabbing a drink, Emmy, I missed it, but I see it now. I see your hydrate. I'm drinking. I didn't miss it. I heard it. I just forgot to drink, but I'm remembering. Tasty. Stalevern worries his sack of oranges will not reach the Lothagrin checkpoint as planned. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, and then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that weren't happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. All right, let's go find Severin and slash doubt. Tiny mandragoras. Tiny little mandragoras. Running around. Do 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 do. All right, goblins, goblins, goblins. Sploosh, 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 sploosh. Look at these little ladybugs. Look how big these little ladybugs are. Hey, Severin, what you got there? Smoothie? Bloody hells, I'm up the straight without a paddle. Oh, slashed out. I don't believe you. What's this now? Stalevern sent you for the oranges? Huh, so the old bugger had known all the time. Ugh, what does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Yeah, okay, I'll save your henchman. I owe you one. Would have gotten away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. Uh-oh. So's-I, Rars-I. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. He's still hungry. And we've got Eramus. Severin sent you? Ha! The way he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. You saved me mates, and for that, I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I've no qualms about going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack 'cause I like the cut of your jib. Take it to Oseen and send him my regards. All right, I retrieved the sack of oranges. They made some really good improvements from when I first started playing too. Like the plants move around you. Like I don't zoom in so we can see it a little better, but like when you walk, the plants they kind of move around you now. Like you can see it when you're running that they move. I guess they still kind of go through you, but welcome back from the ads, everyone. I appreciate you. Oh, I ran all the way back here and I'm supposed to go to a checkpoint. That's what happens when you don't read. I swear I can read. Can I actually mount? And we could do a fatter cat. Can I use it? Nope, I can't use it yet. I haven't gotten my chocobo, so I can't mount anything yet. Soon. I hope. Yeah, I literally ran in exactly the opposite direction of the way I was supposed to go. Just slash clap. It's fine. The lambs are super cute if you've never seen one. They have little rat tails and little turned up button noses. They're super cute. Hello, little lost lamb. Hello. Super cute. Little lost lamb. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms as scheduled? Ha! That's the first time for everything. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. Here's Stalvert's payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. Well, there you go. Hello, Ostfir. Ostfir hopes to assure the safety of wayfarers at the Lathagran checkpoint by ridding the area of its dangerous denizens. More and more travelers pass through these gates bloodied and bruised each day. They tell me the Yarzons harry them at the Rogue. It pains me to do nothing, but we need every man we have just to hold the garrison. If you would do us all a great service, were you to, you would do us all a great service if you were to thin the Yarzon population for us. If you could clear out, say, 3 of their nests, we'd all be in your debt. We could do some Yarzon nests really quick. If I recall, the Yarzons are these giant, like, daddy long leg spider looking things. Which means they're going to be in the water. I have to jostle them out of their nests and slay them, it says. Oof, 2 at a time, huh? That went a lot easier than I thought it would. I think my head is officially, like, under the water right now. Oh, nope, just barely. Look at that. I'm up to my neck. If it gets any deeper, I should be swimming. Puggles. That kind of reminded me of Chia. I had a chia pet once. It actually grew. Honestly, I was kind of surprised that it would. I'm not the most gifted with plants, like 90% of the time, so I'm surprised my chia pet actually worked. Right now I have an African violet on my desk and it's doing pretty darn good. It hasn't bloomed since I got it, but I'm hoping that maybe it will. Like, it's doing really well in this spot, but it might need a little more light before it'll bloom. Ah, so you did for the Vilekin? Every passer through owes you a debt of gratitude. The Lothagran is a vital stronghold. One of the Maelstrom would defend themselves, had they the means. The fleet is spread too thin, which is why the Yellow Jackets have been called in. But our numbers are hardly inexhaustible, and your help goes a long way towards preserving the peace. Sweet. Peace preserved. Now we're just running back to Summerford Farms to take the money to Stelvin. Oh my gosh! It's a shoop! How you doing, Shoop? What? Where? I know, right? I'm running through the main story quest of Final Fantasy XIV for the second time. I'm doing good. Kind of hitting the reset button a little bit. Got to a point where I was like, I don't know what I want to do, and I have all this stuff that I am supposed to be doing, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just play a game. I just feel like playing a game. Why can't we do that? And I'm like, I don't know. Let's just do that. And so that's what we're doing. Yeah. So I picked the game that I enjoy playing the most because it's single player. I can do the main campaign if I want to. It's multiplayer. I can play with friends if I want to. So it works out. Needed a good break from the regular schedule. Oh, heck yeah. Not to mention that the regular schedule is kind of not possible at the moment anyway, but yeah. Back in one piece, that's a relief. How did you fare? Got you some money. Here, have a stack of gil. Ah, this is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, all right, though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favor of those godforsaken goblins, you do well to mind yourself around that 2 gil cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Now that's fair. Alright, we picked up the chess piece the last time. So I'm going to pick the money this time. Look out now, level 13. I am now a teen. Gurkant, huh? Gurkant seeks fertile soil to improve the yields of his newly plowed fields. Blast, at this rate the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had black loam, just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I bet Rodvita knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard. So you made a clip from yesterday's stream. It's a little dark. Ooh, okay. Dark as in the subject is dark, or dark as in it's not lit well? Dark humor. Okay. Okay. And you, from yesterday's stream, you played the whole time you played that precinct or whatever it was, right? The cop game. High potions are in short supply at Tiller's Rest, and Canmar hopes to remedy that. Yeah, you did? Cool. So it's a dark game, cop-related humor thing, huh? If you're headed to Tiller's Rest, I have a favor to ask you. The pirates have been away from sea for too long, and their broken hearts turn to bloodshed for solace. Full supply of medicine lasts barely a week. If you could buy a high potion and take it up to Vadaloff, you may well save some lives. Okay, who do I buy the high potion from? Oh, I have one. Sweet. Yeah. You know, dark humor sometimes is really good. I like the dark humor that's really cynical. And like satirical, you know? Sarcastic, that kind of stuff. To me, those are the funny ones because it's kind of true. and you're making fun of it in such a way that like highlights the fact that it's true and how absurd it is. That's the humor I like. That Gurkant's got a head full of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. But if you dare pinch some from the cook pot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the aurochs that dwell there. Once you've 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Freefwall at Tiller's Rest. He'll know what to do. So, you're having me go in with some animals. I've not done these quests before, but I'm pretty sure they're sending me to collect poop. Pretty sure it's a poop quest. Look at this. Look at this here. This is a big pile. I am pretty sure this is a big pile of poop that I am just going to be scooping into a bag like some ignorant little man who's only 2 feet tall. Oh, gonna send it to me? Sweet. Run away. Run away. I'll take the experience points. Gonna go love on the pouch and that little spud. Lurk for a bit. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will definitely do that. Speaking of that, before you go, the thing that I was making for pouch is done. I'm gonna be mailing it very, very soon. So I'll send you details on that. So be excited. It looks great. I'm pretty sure she's going to like it a lot. So it'll be on the way probably this weekend. Your excitement can't be contained. Well, I'm glad. I'm super glad. You have a good lurk. Have a good rest of your night. Enjoy the time with your family. And we'll see you next time you come by. I'm plumb out of potions. Any sorry sufferer knocking on my door may as well be knocking on Thal's. Alls I can offer him is a prayer. Except for, I have a high potion for you. Enjoy it. Hey, when did you make me a mod? You've been a mod for like... You've been a mod since we started doing the collab streams between Penny, you, and me. So that when you type in like /Discord or whatever, it keys mine up too. Because I figured if you're going to be doing it, might as well jump on that bandwagon. But yeah, no, I figured I figured you could have a sword if you wanted one. Make things easier if stuff goes down during the co-streams. Oh, thank you. I turned off my bits, my redeems, so I will do something cool for you the next time. I can't figure out how to get them to not play one right after the other, so I'm gonna have to watch a couple videos, I think, to fix it. But thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate those. They help so much. I love it. Thank you. Uh, big hearts to you too. Go have a good night. Enjoy. Tell Pouch hi. Good night. Were I a God's-fearing man, I'd say you were a heaven sent. After the dust settles from the next pirate brawl, some sorry soul will owe you his lousy life. I pity the poor fish out of water. At first, I thought the fights were just to kill time, but now I believe some truly have a death wish. There's naught that can be done about that. We can't make 'em want to live. All we can do is hope they learn to love the land. Ugh, even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. Here, have the 3 bags of poop. But a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam's not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Ha ha ha. Oh, don't tell me Gurkant and Rovita neglected to mention where black loam comes from. I knew it! Well, surely you figured it out on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Aurochs' lair of all places. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us the black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. I'm gonna go wash my hands. So I got some leather wristbands, some copper wristlets, or some bronze pieces. I don't think I even have. Oh, I do. The ones I have on are way more better. So I'm gonna go with the bronze pieces. Frefwall needs stolen farm tools recovered. Confounded pirates, they know nothing of tilling, only killing. Stealing our shovels and to melt and forge into axes of all things. They're biting the hand that feeds them, the mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach these curs a lesson in obedience myself. If I hadn't sworn to Stalvin that I wouldn't fight no more. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they've sown. All right, let's go get some tools. Okay, we're fighting bees now. Alright, I killed one extra pirate by accident, but that's alright. I wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Ah, good to see the tools back, and in serviceable condition. Which will be more than what we can say for Severin when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Spied him meeting the pirates in secret, I did. Couldn't care less if the wastrel wouldn't work, but when it consorts with cut purses that take our tools away, he's crossed the line. Stilvern ought to know what sort of scallywag he's dealing with. Take word to him, would you? Alright, so now we're going to go Tattletale. In this particular case, I think the tattletaling is warranted. But tattletaling nonetheless. And it looks like we're going to have our last set of ads in about a minute and a half. So keep that in mind. Grab a drink, go potty, come back. Pirates making off with our tools? Freeval did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severin thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. So that book is not better than the one I have. And I can't use the others, so we'll take some more coins. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lad, and you've never once let me down. Yet what I'd ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? Yes, I would definitely hear your plea. Stilvern has reason to believe that Severin is up to no good. Something must be done. It eases my mind to have your ear. You're no doubt familiar with the scoundrel Severin by now. Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking about in that manner he does when he's up to no good. Now, he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off, with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when I last had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag him back here before it's too late. Yeah, okay. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd gather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I'd try asking Grinvita at the Aetherite. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was last headed. Nothing passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the rouser and his rabble set out for Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky sods said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was they had pickled their brains, or that whatever had pickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure to give them a cuff round the ear from me, will you? Yeah, okay. I can punch him in the head. That's fine. That's what any civilized person would do, isn't it? Punch him in the head. We are off to do the things. Oh no, the yellow jacket got slain. Mm. Thought those guys were headed after me for a second there. Oh, there's Aylmer. Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. It don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severin, so I was ready, but the others weren't so lucky. You've got to help them. Yeah, okay. I can help some peoples. Here's Aramis again. Aiding my friend, get him up. My axe may as well have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. And here's our Sozai Rarzai. Severin might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him get his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms! A true knave. You betray even yourself, Servin. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the serpent reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. Oh no, who's that guy? O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Well, goodness me. Apparently, I am fighting a giant stone thing. Here we go. Dead. You are strong, But are you strong enough to defeat me? That golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. What's this? Hello! Ice Knight 24, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? Hello. How was your stream? What were you playing? Playing 7 Days to Die and stream was good. I'm so glad. That's awesome. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. We are doing main story quest in Final Fantasy XIV. This will be my second time playing through the full main story quest. Kind of hit the reset button because I wanted to play a game I liked. So we're going through it a second time. First time I went through it, I was catching up to some friends, so I know that I missed a lot of stuff. Just because, you know, I was rushing, so I didn't really pay attention. But this time we're kind of slowing down and reading everything and enjoying as we go. So I'm having a great time with it, which is awesome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tinkio. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I forgot to put up my avatar, but normally I'm a Jackalope VTuber. I don't know why I don't have my avatar up, but it's fine. It's all good. I play a variety of things. I do a variety of things, arts and crafts, yarn work, coloring every now and then just for fun. I play a variety of video games, Final Fantasy XIV being probably my favorite, but I play a little bit of everything. And yeah, so that's me. Don't have a channel trailer or anything. I'm still working on those kind of things, but yeah, so welcome in. We'll be doing Final Fantasy XIV for the foreseeable future, and it'll be from 9 p.m. Pacific time to whenever I get tired, because I have work in the morning. But yeah, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific time is when we'll be starting. So I'm glad you had fun. If y'all need to raid and run, you're welcome to do that. Drop a lurk, and I'm happy to have you. And we're going to keep going. We just met Ishtola a couple of minutes ago. Gotta love that work in the AM. No joke. No joke. I have to work at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. I have to be to work at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. So I got to get up kind of early. It's 11 o'clock at my house, so I'm probably only going to play for a couple more minutes before we raid out. But tomorrow night, I don't have to get up nearly as early, so we'll play for a little bit longer, and it'll be great. So Ishtela says, the snake slithered away. I am only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Oh no. I've been afflicted. Those pirates do not belong in any of the known Limsan factions. Whom, then, do they serve? The beast tribes? Surely not. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sahagan and Kobold activity. Something is afoot. The question is, what? Think. Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Louisoix foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlian ring more true. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see Aether. Yet now that I do, I begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlian seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today the Maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Joining the celebrations. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate that very much. Wait. A disturbance. Choking on my drink. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow. But whence does it emanate? Seesaw Grotto, perhaps? Oof. What have we here? Can you walk? "'Tis I." Regrettably, no. He eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore. You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Severin here has apprised me of all that transpired. His account sheds some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing. So arcane are its workings. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sahagin. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first, I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Stelvern will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation, but I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray, pay the man a visit. Yeah, okay. He told me of you, but perchance he did not tell you of me. My name is Ishtola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the ether in the hope that it might offer some clues as to our predicament. I'd say I owe you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would all be dead, and all. 'Tis a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms, and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me. Mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross. Farewell. All right. I don't want to return. I want to teleport to Summerford Farms. Mostly because I don't want to run all the way. I'm lazy. Lo, I knew you'd return. Y'shtola delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too, the lot of 'em sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Sagan? 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishback's flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see, but the Reavers have never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Leminsons. I'd only taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagan masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home, Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long around here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. Work smarter, not harder. No joke. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead, my freedom in exchange for my mites. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. But you got here in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear 'em talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that, I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm nor more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt, Stilvern. Well, okay. I owe you a debt too, Tinkio. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Badarin what's happened. From start to finish. I'm certain he'd put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, son. All right, back to Limsa. Boom. And we're going to the Drowning Wrench, so that means we need to go to the Aft Castle. We need to hang a right. Hang another right. Hang a third right. And then go left. There we go. Hello, Badarin. Bloody hells. Life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. But you needn't worry yourself over young Severin. The Yellow Jacket as hands out punishment is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from hanging to keel hauling. Kindly gent that he is. I'm only jesting with you. I'll see he's treated fair. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stilvern asked you and more, justifying me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. As for a reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How'd you fancy keeping her company for a spell, with free room and board? Venturing's a trying business, after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There'll always be free bed here for you, so make use of it. Inn rooms now available. Now that you'll have much time, not that you'll have much time for laying around, what with all the leaves you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention? I'm putting your name down for leaves. Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folks will pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Just give Tamakari a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. Guild leaves now available. Oh, and it's all above board, in case you're wondering. We're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side and ear, unlike some pirates I could mention. I tell you, if it turns out they had ought to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 L's to pay, a proper bleeding reckoning. Mayhap that's what Limsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to ride it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Quest complete. Yay! I now have access to the recommendations. This feature displays a list of duties or quests currently available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under duty in the main menu, and will also be displayed automatically when you log in, except for I turned mine off. If you find yourself unsure of what to do next, this tool makes it simple to locate activities suitable for your present class and level. Level 14. Alright, we got our leave mate person over here. Tomokri. Tomokri is responsible for assigning guild leaves at the Drowning Wench and is offering to give you an introduction to the world of leave quests. Greetings, Tinkio. Badarin has been most effusive in his praise of your accomplishments. Have you considered putting your abilities to use for the Adventurers Guild by undertaking a guild leave or two? Guild leaves are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry. Prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft leaves that require the extermination of monsters to tradecraft leaves that ask for the creation of goods, the tasks we term leave quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Swiftperch and speak with Swiftskiff's. He will be happy to set your feet upon the path to completing your first leave quest. Okay. Svigskiff. Good lord. Alright, we'll pick up our main story quest here. But Darren, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, has suggested to put you on the road towards new adventures. How do you fare, Tinkio? Rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well then, I have an idea of where you might try heading next. Have you heard of the skylift out in the middle of Lanasha? If you've ever visited Woad Whisper Canyon, then you must have been up and down the thing at least once. It's a big bleeding scaffolding attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to haul up cargo from the cliff face. Hard labor that, and I hear they could use an enterprising soul to pick up the odd jobs what no other brugger has time to deal with. Track down the head of the operation, bloke by the name of Verkeet, and he'll be sure to pay you to work on a task or two. Okay, what is this? So I want to be a culinarian? Not really. So I want to be a blacksmith? No. Marauder, culinarian, blacksmith. Okay. Where is Swift Perch? Middle of Nasha. Quarterstone. Aleport. Okay, I haven't been there yet. I have not been to Swift Perch yet. The Skylift is by Summerford Farms. Okay. Alright, I am going to go ahead and teleport back to Summerford Farms. And then I'm going to raid out because I'm getting tired and I have to work really early in the morning. So, bear with me here. I'm going to find a friend really quick. Let's see. Who have I got? Boy, oh boy. There we go. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got going on. Who's got playing what? I think I'm gonna raid Jenna's online. She is amazing. All right. I do have my raid messages. Followers can use the first one. Subscribers like me can use the second one. I will be back tomorrow night, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific. We'll run till I get tired. I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm scheduled to 1 a.m. I don't think I'm going to make it till 1 a.m., but we'll see. And yeah, so I will see you all tomorrow. Have fun with Jenna's Online, and I'll see you later.